My child, I want you to pause everything for a moment and truly listen, not just with your ears but with your heart. It is not a coincidence that you are here right now, reading these words out of all the things you could be doing. That is not random. I drew you here on purpose. I know exactly what you have been facing, and nothing about your pain is hidden from me. I have seen the sleepless nights when your thoughts would not stop, and the early mornings when the weight of the day felt heavy before it even began. I have watched you look around and feel like you don't belong anywhere, like you are stuck in the middle of your own life. You have been carrying a weight you were never meant to carry alone, fighting battle after battle and getting back up more times than you can count. Now you're tired of trying, tired of waiting, tired of expecting something to change, and I understand that exhaustion. I hear every deep sigh no one else hears, and I see every tear you swallow so others won't notice. I have heard every prayer that felt like it went unanswered. Every why, every when, every how much longer. Today, right now, I am speaking directly to you, not to condemn you and not to shame you. I am here to lift you, to free you, and to remind you that your story is not over. This message is not just a little boost to get you through another day. This is a turning point, a spiritual shift, a moment where chains begin to break. I am not just here to comfort. I'm here to expose what's been happening in your heart and mind. I am here to show you why it has felt so hard for so long. You may wonder why these words reached you today and not yesterday or months ago. It is because now your heart is ready to receive what I am about to reveal. The time has come for you to see what your natural eyes could not see and to recognize the strategies of the enemy against you. The time has come for you to understand the depth of my love for you. I know every battle you have fought and every moment you wanted to give up. Every time something inside you whispered, just hold on a little longer. That whisper was me. Every moment when strength rose up in you from nowhere. That was my strength moving through your weakness. Every closed door that confused you was actually my protection from what you could not see. I saw you when you tried to hide your tears so others wouldn't worry. I saw you when you smiled through the pain and kept walking, even when your legs felt like they would give out. Every time you chose to stand again, heaven noticed, and my heart was moved, because I know exactly how much courage it took. You are stronger than you realize, and that strength has always come from me. You are not here by accident, and this message is not generic. It is crafted for your heart, your situation, and the confusion and heaviness you've been carrying. You have felt stuck, trapped in a chapter that refuses to end. And you've wondered if this is just how your life will always be. I am here to tell you, clearly, that is not the truth. Everything is about to change, not because you earned it, not because you did everything right, but because I am faithful. I am God, and my love for you is greater than your mistakes, greater than your doubts, and greater than your fears. Today marks a shift where a cycle of pain begins to break, and a cycle of freedom begins. Today you will start to see that you were never abandoned, never forgotten, and never invisible to me. Every step you took, I walked beside you even when you didn't feel me there. Every tear that fell from your eyes, I saw it and held it as precious. Every time you felt like you couldn't go on, I carried you in ways you didn't even recognize. I have always been closer than you thought. And now I am making that truth clear. I know that when you look at your life, it often seems like nothing is moving. You have prayed, fasted, cried out, and done everything you knew to do, yet your surroundings look unchanged. Your dreams seem more distant, and the promises you once clung to feel faded and far away. This has led you to ask, does God really hear me? Does He care? Am I important enough for Him to move? Those questions have echoed inside you, growing louder with each day that passed without visible change. The enemy has used that silence to plant lies in your mind, telling you, "I forgot you and abandoned you." He whispered that your prayers are useless and your faith is pointless. But I am here now to destroy those lies and uncover the truth. The truth is that I have never taken my eyes off you, not even for a moment. I have never turned my ears away from your voice or left you outside of my care. When you sat in your room and cried quietly so no one would hear, I heard you. When you lay awake staring at the ceiling, wondering how you would make it another day, I sat right there with you. When you forced a smile so no one would ask questions, I saw the pain behind it. When you whispered prayers with a trembling voice, afraid they wouldn't reach me, they reached me louder than you can imagine. Every "I can't do this anymore," every "Why, Lord?" every "I feel like I'm losing my faith" was heard. In each of those moments, I was not fair, I was working. What you called silence was actually preparation. What you called delay was my perfect timing, arranging every detail. What you perceived as distance was actually deep intimacy as I worked in hidden places of your heart. I am not bound by human clocks or calendars. I never rush, but I am never late. Nothing you have faced has surprised me or slipped from my control. I have been carefully writing your story, even through the chapters you wish had never happened. Even on your worst days, my hand stayed on your life. You saw emptiness, but I saw the foundation being built under your feet. I saw the times you tried again and it did not work. I saw when you took a step of faith and everything seemed to fall apart anyway. I saw when you believed with all your heart and still felt disappointed. I saw when you waited patiently and nothing seemed to move. But behind what you could see, I was working. I closed doors because danger was waiting behind them. I blocked connections because those people would have wounded you more deeply than you know. I shut down paths that would have pulled you far away from who I made you to be. Your eyes see only what is in front of you, but I see where every path leads. I see the traps, the attacks, and the consequences far ahead. That is why I stepped in, even when you didn't understand what I was doing. You saw loss, but many of those losses were actually my rescue. The end of your story is not failure, endless sorrow, or abandonment. The end of your story is victory, joy, and the fulfillment of everything I have spoken over your life. I do not lie, and I do not forget my word. What I promised you is still alive and still in motion. So stop believing the lie that you are alone. Stop agreeing with the thought that nothing will ever change and that your best days are behind you. These thoughts are not from me. They are strategies of the enemy to keep you frozen in fear. He cannot destroy what belongs to me, so he tries to poison your thoughts. He has whispered lies so often that they began to sound like your own voice. Lies like, "I'm not enough, nothing good lasts for me, God has forgotten me, I'll always be broken, I missed my chance." These are not truths, they are chains. They are invisible prisons built in your mind to make you stop dreaming, stop believing, and stop expecting me to move. When you believe these lies, you start living far below what I prepared for you. You accept crumbs when I've set a feast before you. You settle for survival when I designed you for a life of purpose with me. These lies have weighed you down, made you feel stuck, and exhausted your soul. Today, those lies are being exposed, and when a lie is exposed, it loses power. I want you to see how deeply they affected you. When you believed I'm not good enough, you stopped stepping into opportunities I opened. When you believed it's too late, you stopped expecting anything new from me. When you believed my past defines me, you refused to move toward the future I designed for you. When you believed nothing will ever change, you stopped asking boldly and praying with faith. When you believed God has forgotten me, you closed your heart to the comfort I was trying to give. These lies made you live small while I was calling you higher. They made you exist in spiritual poverty while I had abundance in my presence prepared for you. They wrapped round your soul like chains, leaving you tired before the day even began. You went to bed restless because they would not stop whispering. You tried to move forward, but something kept pulling you back, and that something was never me. That weight was deception, but my light is shining on it now. When my truth comes, darkness cannot remain. When my voice speaks, falsehood loses its grip. Today, the lies that held you are being broken one by one. Listen carefully, because these words are not just information, they are freedom. You thought you weren't enough, but I chose you before you were born. I formed you with intention and placed gifts, strength, and potential inside you. You were never meant to be enough on your own because I am your sufficiency. You thought it was too late, but I do not exist inside the limits of time. I am never early, never late. I am always exactly on time. What you call delay, I called preparation for something greater. You thought your past ruined your future, but in me you are made new. I do not look at you and see your failures. I look at you and see the future I wrote for you. Your past is not your prison. In my hands, it becomes your testimony. You thought things would always stay the same, that pain and confusion were permanent. But I am the one who changes seasons and brings rivers into deserts. I am the one who brings beauty out of ashes and purpose out of pain. This is not your ending, and this is not your final chapter. You thought I forgot you, but your name is written on my heart and engraved in my hands. You are always on my mind and never out of my sight. You are loved more deeply than you can understand. You are accepted not because of your performance, but because of my grace. You are forgiven completely, fully, and entirely. You are not disqualified, not insignificant, and not invisible. You are my child. You are free, truly free, and you are not destined to live as a prisoner of fear, shame, or guilt. You are not meant to walk under the weight of your past anymore. I call you victorious, strong, chosen, and mine. What I call you matters more than any label the world or your past has placed on you. I have placed authority inside of you, my power flowing through your life. You no longer have to agree with lies or bow to fear. You do not have to live in resignation or hopelessness anymore. But remember, knowing truth is the beginning, not the end. Freedom is something I give you, but it is also something you choose daily. When lies try to come back, you must stand and answer them with what I've told you today. When fear whispers, remind your heart, God is with me. I am not alone, I am not forgotten, and I am not at the end. You are not stuck, you are in process, being shaped, strengthened, and prepared for what is coming. My child, I want you to use the authority I gave you and speak truth out loud because your words carry power. When you reject lies and replace them with truth, the spiritual realm responds and chains begin to fall. Declare the truth I've spoken over you and watch strongholds break as my presence backs your words. This is not imagination. This is real spiritual power flowing through you. Freedom I give you is deep, lasting, and spiritual. But with freedom comes responsibility. The enemy will try to whisper old lies in new forms, but you now have authority to answer with truth. You are not fighting for victory, but from victory, because I have already won it for you. When fear or shame comes, speak my promises and walk in the freedom I've shown you. You are not stuck, you are in process, and something is happening even when you cannot see it. Like a seed beneath the soil, roots are forming, strength is being built, and growth is happening in the unseen. Without this foundation, storms would knock you down. So I have been preparing you quietly and intentionally. You are not wasting time. You are being shaped for what's coming. Waiting has been hard, but delay is not denial. It is alignment. I work by appointed time, not human time, and everything must align so the blessing can last. You want things fast, but I want them right and perfect for your future. Your moment has been maturing, and it is closer than you think. What I am building in you is not small. It requires strength, wisdom, humility, and dependence on me. The process has been intense because I am preparing you to carry blessings without losing compassion or clarity. Everything you are learning now will serve your future in powerful ways. One day you will look back and say, it was all worth it. The freedom you are receiving is not only for you, but for others who feel what you have felt. Your story will unlock prisons, lift weary hearts, and bring hope to people walking through darkness. When you speak of my faithfulness, chains will break around those listening. You are a carrier of light and a walking testimony of my love. Even though your circumstances may look the same, something has shifted inside you. Hope is stronger, fear is weaker, and truth is louder than lies. You are learning to walk with awareness of my presence instead of sinking into defeat. As this grows, your choices and confidence will shift in ways that surprise you. Walk with me, one day at a time, without trying to control tomorrow or replay yesterday. Bring your worries, guilt, and fears to me, and let my peace replace the weight you've been carrying. You do not need to have everything figured out because I am guiding every step. Your job is to trust and follow, and mine is to protect, provide, and restore. Today, I give you a choice. Remain under old lies or step into the freedom I've revealed. Choose to believe truth. Choose to pray boldly. Choose to dream again, and choose to let go of what is too heavy for you. I have already opened the doors. Now you must walk through them. You are awakening into a new version of yourself, stronger, clearer, and closer to me. As this message ends, your new season begins. My word over you will not return empty, but will accomplish everything I sent it to do. You are not stuck, not forgotten, not cancelled. Your story is still unfolding with promise and purpose. Walk with confidence, knowing I am with you in every quiet moment, every challenge, and every breakthrough. And if you want to receive your blessings instantly, I have a secret waiting in the video in my YouTube profile bio.